You stop chasing. The moment you stop chasing, everything gets quiet, not peaceful, not calm. Quiet in a way that feels unnatural. For years, your life was defined by movement. Deadlines, ambitions, targets. You woke up with something to pursue and went to sleep exhausted but justified. Motion felt like purpose. But when you stop running, the silence exposes something terrifying. You realize the noise was protecting you. You told yourself you were driven. You wanted more money, more recognition, more proof that you mattered, and the world applauded you for it. But beneath that ambition was something fragile. You weren't chasing success. You were chasing validation, because if you were always becoming something, you never had to confront what you already were. Every notification felt like oxygen. Every achievement felt like temporary relief. You mistook stimulation for fulfillment. And the faster you moved, the less time you had to think. Thinking is dangerous. Thinking leads to questions. Questions lead to doubt. And doubt threatens the identity you worked so hard to construct. Your life slowly turned into a museum of proof. Proof that you were important. Proof that you were progressing. Proof that you were ahead. But none of those objects could answer the one question you avoided. If everything disappeared tomorrow, would you still feel valuable? Or would you feel empty? One day, something shifted. The chase stopped feeling exciting. It felt repetitive, predictable, like you were trapped inside a script written by someone else. Work harder. Earn more. Upgrade everything. Repeat. You began to suspect that the system wasn't feeding your soul. It was feeding your ego. So you did something radical. You stopped. No new targets. No new purchases. No new distractions. At first, it felt like rebellion. Then it felt like loss. Because without the chase, you didn't know who you were supposed to be. Stillness is not comfortable. Stillness removes the mask. In that silence, something surfaced. Not peace, truth. You realized your identity was built on comparison. You were only confident when someone else was behind you. You were only proud when someone else admired you. Remove the audience, and the performance collapses. As the distractions faded, your mind began to whisper. What if none of this was necessary? What if you were chasing things you never truly wanted? What if desire was programmed into you? Society rewards accumulation, but your soul was craving reduction. Less noise, less pressure, less pretending. When the noise disappeared, the shadow grew louder. It asked questions you avoided for years. Who are you without ambition? Who are you without applause? Who are you when you are not chasing anything? And the scariest question of all, do you exist independently of achievement? Standing there, you felt exposed. Not because you lost something, but because you had nothing to hide behind. No goals to distract you. No upgrades to justify you. Just you. And the uncomfortable realization that your entire identity might have been constructed to avoid facing emptiness. When you stop chasing what you don't need, your soul goes through withdrawal. It panics. It questions its own worth. It searches for something to pursue because it was trained to believe motion equals meaning. But maybe meaning isn't found in pursuit. Maybe meaning is revealed when pursuit stops. Maybe your value was never tied to accumulation. Maybe it was tied to awareness. And here is the truth no one talks about. When you stop chasing what you don't need, your soul is forced to confront itself. Some people discover depth. Others discover emptiness, because if your entire life was built around movement, and you finally become still, you might realize you don't know who you are without the chase. So the question isn't whether you can stop running. The question is, if you do stop, what will be left inside you?